We're continuing where we left off in the previous episode, harvesting a myriad of temperate rainforest mushrooms. If you missed the last video, you can find it here on our channel. Join us as we continue to get soaked while searching for mushrooms.
There we go. That's an old pine. I'm just looking for more pines. I think I see one. Yep. Looks good. This little mound of duff, an old decomposed stump with moss just starting here, and a nice number 2 or 3. So you have to wonder, you see this one here, this little dip, and it's like, was that last year's mushroom and then maybe they grew there before? This is fascinating. I think what's happening here is the conch, the tree was upright and dead and it grew like this, and then the tree fell over and the conch kept growing and went that way. So you can see its original body here has like sort of died back. There's none of the sporing material, but it's still the same unit. Really cool.
How ancient is that?
What you're looking at is the underside of an ancient Douglas fir tree, and this stump has been fallen over for a very long time. There's oh, there they are. Yellow feet at your feet. Even with the forest, with this size trees, the second growth, it still makes me feel small because they're so tall. Look at how tall they are. Imagine when all the trees were that size and they were spread out. You can just envision it, 1, 2, 3, way less trees, but each tree is massive. Only 1% of that remains on Vancouver Island. And I've been to a few of those places and they're extraordinary. Huge coral. Massive coral. This section here has all the look of what was an ancient forest. So even before the logging started, some areas would have been much older where it survived forest fires for hundreds of years. And the forest floor often gives it away. So here, the forest floor layer, all the humus and organic debris, is super thick. You can tell a lot of large logs rotted here at some point, probably even before these ones were logged, and then as well as the remnants from that. The regrowth looks really healthy here. Nice ground. Okay, this one's a collie. Right out of the inside of this old log and soil, pushing out a piece. To wash it at home. And take a little bit of this. I'm gonna leave that. Okay. Nice. Here's a great example of the yellowfoot hole in the cap that goes through the stem. So here is first growth, Douglas fir. The reason these live so old is because the bark is so thick that it survives forest fires.
That's how big that is. Look at this. It's a big one.
You can see the fire, but the tree is alive and healthy. And then there's two more there, and then a really big one up to the left. Wow. We're getting further and further into the mountains here now, climbing.
What's all around that tree?
Yeah, that might be fine. I'll take out.
That looks like.
So some of these are definitely too old to take even for drying, but there's still a few here that are nice.
Look at that, eh?
Little button. So it's still under 10 degrees right now, so I have to keep moving to stay warm. What we're heading towards is there's this big sort of mountain mound over here, and you can see if you well, it's probably hard to tell on the camera, but up to about right there was logged 100 years ago, and then this top piece probably was never logged. There's a big jump in tree size. There might be a section of first growth up there. Let's see how close we can get to that mountain. We're relatively high elevation now. We've come quite a ways up. So we're gonna park here and check this patch here. Let me in. Here's another huge hemlock. Actually, most of these are huge hemlocks. Hemlocks usually don't get as large as the other coniferous species. Nice example of what a hemlock dominant old growth forest would have looked like. Hemlocks are the ancestral genus of many of the conifers we have here. Many of them evolved from hemlock in the distant past. Here's an old chicken of the woods, too old to harvest, growing right out of the ground. And a baby deer skull. Temperature here is dropping fast. Within an hour it'll probably be freezing. So I think for the rest of the day we're gonna just hop out of the truck and check spots because we don't want to get a chill. We're soaking wet and it's almost freezing and it's starting to get darker out now. But some of the forests we walked through today were great. And getting some chanterelles as you walk is a bonus. I'm gonna close this because it's raining so hard.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, consider liking and subscribing to our channel, or check out our online store on Shopify. Thanks for watching.